Rob Liefeld, hey, I'd be a great gossip columnist. I got all the gossip. Honestly, if I could, they would hire Rob Liefeld as a gossip columnist. He has sources and connections I just can't reach. And he is also happy to spill them occasionally, especially on his podcast. Yeah, I've listened to his podcast. Anyone ever else check out the Liefeld podcast here and there?
Yeah, definitely. I listen to his podcasts. I mean, there'll be some moments where I don't know. I just felt like Rob was kind of like like your dad. Before you go to bed, he'll just tell you his heydays,
Right.
and then you just slowly fall asleep. That's pretty much what happens to me whenever I listen to Rob.
I don't care what Rob Liefeld has to say anymore. I mean, like he's been being the asshole for fucking 40 years, and he can continue to do that if he wants to, but it's just not going to help him.
Rob, you should have joined us.
I mean, he's always like on his Whatnot streams, he's like calling out customers and being dick about shit and fucking making fun of people's screen names. And
that's it, man. We tried, Rob. We tried to.
He's mad. He's mad because he created a character that's still out today and isn't getting if he's getting anything, it's pennies, as opposed to what he's pissed that when people think of Deadpool, they think of Ryan Reynolds, not him.
mm-hmm.
That's why he's pissed, and I would be too, I guess. But that's that's the deal that exists.
Ryan Reynolds brought Deadpool to life, man.
True.
Ryan Reynolds is doing. Number one, Ryan Reynolds is doing a million other things, so he don't give a fuck. And number two, Ryan Reynolds is married to Blake Lively. Ryan Reynolds don't give a fuck.
So they talk here about Rob. They say, in regards to his predictions, okay, they say that Rob, predicted that DC Comics was going to close in 5 years. That didn't happen. But in August, he also said that Jason Aaron would be the new writer of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at IDW, and that did happen. So sometimes what Rob says is out of his ass, and sometimes there's some truth to it,
He's probably getting the information from somebody,
hey,
but they're probably talking out of their ass.
What's an X-Force, bud? In his most recent Robservations podcast, as well as talking more about Last Blood, he talked about the upcoming plans at Marvel and DC Comics in 2024. He said, I think Marvel's got a whole new rebrand, refocus on the X-Men, and that's why they're shutting down the Crocus stuff. The new X-Men stuff will be good enough to warrant some legit excitement if anyone those planes legit lands. They're gonna have something. DC's absolutely doing an ultimate reboot. I know people at the helm. People are in charge. A lot of people called. A lot of people solicit to be part of it. I've mostly spoken to people who didn't choose to go on board. I don't think it's as far along as the Marvel stuff. Thanks for joining in. Special live feed from Rob Liefeld.
Refocus on the X-Men completely? That seems like a bad idea.
I don't know, because everything is so movie, and the X-Men movies really are old now. So you could do X-Men comic stuff and not have to worry about what the movies are doing, or not have to worry about the movies at all. You also don't have the fatigue of the MCU. The MCU fatigue, if that is a thing, I'll just put that out there. If there's movie fatigue, the X-Men don't have any of it. And there's definitely a desire to see back to basics X-Men. So they might be on it. It might be a thing there. There might be some smoke there.
Well, I'll tell you, I bought a couple of X-Men books, right, recently, because I knew this is coming, like the new sort of refocus on the X-Men. I've been an X-Men fan pretty much since I've been into comics. That's my jam. I tried the Island stuff. I just really couldn't wrap my head around it. It wasn't fun for me. It was
Krakoa.
Yeah, it was weird, too weird. But if they want to sort of swing the ship back around, I might be interested in checking it out. So I bought Fall of the X #1 had Magic on the cover, even though she's not in the book, at least not that I can see. And I bought the original X-Men #1, and all these are supposed to sort of tie into, what's gonna, bring the course correction. The first brand new X-Men that will be the official course correction book, though, is going to be the free comic book day X-Men that you can get on the first Saturday of May. And that is written by the one and only Gail Simone.
Gail Simone's writing X-Men?
She is.
How?
Didn't you do stuff with Claremont back in the day?
I don't know.
Gail Simone is real hit and miss with her writing.
That's the word on the skeet.
Some of the stuff's good. Like, she had some good Red Sonja stuff, but
Yeah.
a lot of her stuff is just not good. I
So
don't know how much of that has to do with the editors, but probably not much.
they go on to say in the article, from what I understand, it's not a full line reboot of the Marvel Universe comparison. Maybe a valid one. Last year, I reported from New York Comic Con that the next stage of their publishing plan is to follow the current Donna DC initiative. It's been compared in gossip to the Marvel Ultimate Universe. It may see Scott Snyder, Batman, Justice League, and Swamp Thing writer and showrunner of DC's Dark Metal events to make his return to DC Comics. This after setting up many creator-owned projects at Dark Horse, IDW, Comixology, Substack, and Image Comics, as well as the upcoming Witches TV show back in production. And now that this new DC publishing initiative would involve a new reality that DC Comics characters will play out in, looks like Rob Liefeld may have heard something similar. So, does it matter? Like, here's the problem when I see something like this, okay, guys? With the Ultimate Spider-Man, with the with the new DCU reality, DC Comics reality, is that it's almost like an admission of surrender to the point of like, yeah, we fuck things up so bad in regular canon that we can't possibly fix this at all. So we're just gonna bring you a whole new reality. Yay!
They need to do that anyways, though. I mean, they need to go ahead and just reboot it all from the beginning and see what they can do with it. And if it doesn't
but none
work,
of this
then
is in
that's
canon. The same old crap is going to continue. They're just
Oh yeah, I know.
saying this
Multiverse stuff.
yeah.
They need to just really just shit can it all and start over.
So that's Rob Liefeld, man. Maybe one day Rob will come on the show. What do you think?
Maybe if you have Eric Larson, just jiggle his way in the show. I mean, that's how Robert Kirkman got to Rob.
Yeah.
That'll be sad if you end up having to lose that Eric Larson video. I love that series.
Oh, we're not.
Yeah,
losing,
right?
We're not losing that. I got those archived already.
Okay, great. Yeah, because those are great.
All right, guys. If you're wondering who today's video sponsor is, look no further. It is me, Austin. It is me all along. And I just like to talk about. People ask. I like to buy Nyobi. How do I get some pigtails in my life? Where do I get started? Do you have any sites? What can I do to get your books in my hands? Well, I'm glad you asked because we're going to provide you that answer right meow. So here it goes, man. The first way you can do it, and probably the best way, is to my Shopify store. You can access that at nyobicomics.myshopify.com, or you can simply go to the YouTube channel where you're watching this video now. Go to the main page and click on Store. There you will see Nyobi items up for grabs. Just click on one and proceed from there. Now, let's say you're an eBay buyer. You like eBay, use eBay? Well, we got you covered there. eBay.ca, USR, Nyobicomic. If you just type in Nyobi on eBay, you're going to find me. I got several listings there. And on eBay, typically you're going to find the harder to get variants, a little bit of our more expensive items, and harder to find back issues. So if collectibles are your thing, eBay is where you want to go for more Nyobi. Where else can you get Nyobi? Maybe eBay's too expensive for you. Maybe you read on a budget. Maybe you like having books on a tablet, on a phone, read them on your PC, whatever. So get Nyobi at Gumroad, nyobicomics.gumroad.com. It's great for those who read on digital. We got lots of great items there. You can buy them for $5 or less. Nyobi on digital, gumroad.com. Now, the other way you can get Nyobi is by going to your local comic book shop. Just the other day, Nyobi Birthright was released by Antarctic Press and in shops nationwide, worldwide. So go into your local comic shop, ask if they have any Nyobi. If they don't, ask them if they can order it. And if we happen to be in a time where we haven't released anything in a little while, maybe see if there's any Nyobi in those back issue bins. So Nyobi at your local comic book shop. But that's not all. You go to antarcticpress.myshopify.com. Antarctic Press, of course, is the label that publishes Nyobi. You can go ahead and buy Nyobi directly from them online as well. So go ahead and give Antarctic Press, give AP some love, and tell Ben Dunn I said hello. But that's not it, folks. Our major way to get Nyobi, our preferred way, honestly, when it comes right down to the end of it here, is you can get Nyobi on Kickstarter when we release them. We'll be doing Nyobi Outbreak number 3 in March. We'll have all the Nyobi goodies that you can shake a stick at, plus Savage Sim, plus Nyobi Penguina, plus more. Nyobi Kickstarter. Kickstarter is where our biggest fan base is. It's where we make the most amount of money. It is what we plug the most. All those other things I went over just a little while ago, those are great if you're looking to catch up. If you're looking to get the latest, greatest, the newest issue of Nyobi as it comes out, Kickstarter is the way to go. But with that being said, however you get Nyobi in your life, we appreciate it. Nyobi 2024 is going to be the year of the pigtail. We got so much lined up, man. It's going to be crazy. So thank you very much for tuning in to this video. Stay tuned for more videos. And just know, I'm always the sponsor, Austin.